Hi, we're the Just Jammin' Foxes, Wood Badge Class C3 114 16. We are here to give scouts and scouters at all levels, from Cub Scouts to venturing, guidance on some methods to retire the flag. First, John will discuss why we retire the flag.
Scouters can show community service by serving patriotism and honor to the flag. Think about these phrases like we the people of the United States and the word freedom. These are what the flag stands for. We deserve a dignified retirement. Collecting flags for retirement is a community service. It allows the public to drop off an old tattered flag and know they will be retired with dignity. A pack, a troop, or crew can set up a drop box at a local store and even offer information on how to purchase the replacement flag. Andrew will now discuss when we retire a flag.
The life of a flag depends on its care. We should inspect every flag prior to retiring it. While inspecting the flag, there are some things to look for. Faded colors and tears on the flag that cannot be mended without being noticeable. The overall appearance of the flag should be vibrant and robust.
As Scouts and Scouters, we should follow both national and BSA guidance when we retire a flag. Title 4, Chapter 1, Section 8, Paragraph K states, "The flag, when in such condition that it is no longer a fitting emblem for display, should be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by burning." On the National BSA website, you can find a brief article discussing BSA guidelines. BSA recognizes the responsibility that we have to treat our country symbols, such as the flag, with respect and dignity. But what about our responsibility to respect the environment and the world in which we live? Now Seth will give us some guidance on how we retire the flag.
First, let's talk about choosing materials. Based on the direction Max just quoted from the BSA website, we should choose a flag that's made of cotton for retirement by burning. Later, we'll discuss alternate method for retiring nylon and polyester flags. We also need a fire. The fire should be large enough to fully engulf the flag, but not a raging fire, as that could cause pieces of the flag to escape. All the flags should be rendered to ash. If your ceremony calls for burying the ashes, you need a vessel in which to house your fire, so the ashes may be collected later.
When dealing with fire at all levels of scouting, ensure prior to the lighting of the fire that there is both the resources to extinguish a fire, such as a fire bucket, as well as an appointed fire warden who knows their responsibilities.
The script for this ceremony that you choose depends on the age and audience. Cub Scouts, because of being younger, have shorter attention spans. Thus, a shorter script may be needed. Boy Scouts, varsity, and venturing scouts will allow the troop, crew, to select a ceremony with more symbolism and deeper historical value based on the maturity of the scouts within the unit. The script that you will choose will also help you to determine your venue. Max will now go over some safety concerns.
If the flag is going to be cut, keep in mind scissor safety. When you have Cub Scouts that are not Webelos, they are not permitted to build or place anything in a fire, per the Guide to Safe Scouting. Therefore, a Webelos or AOL Scout may place the flag into the flame, keeping in mind fire safety. Safety concerns for Boy Scouts, varsity, and venturing scouts will depend on the amount of supervision needed. Keep in mind the Sweet 16 of safety located in the Guide to Safe Scouting. Now Seth will start talking about choosing a venue.
The venue, apart from what Jackie just went through, is completely up to the unit. It will depend on the purpose of the intended ceremony, which may in fact determine the script. For instance, to use this as a part of a campfire ceremony would require a different script than a formal Veterans Day celebration.
If you're camping with a troop on a backpack camping trip, a nice quick ceremony around a campfire might suffice. However, if you're an adventure crew that may want to reinforce and educate the public's patriotism, is doing a town-wide Veterans Day celebration, a longer, more formal ceremony may be prudent. Now, let's go over how we retire the flag.
In a formal ceremony, we may encounter quite a few nuances that we need to plan for. Some scripts call for the unit to work at dusk. When the current flag is retreated for the evening, raise the retirement flag, slowly lower it as a symbol of its last flight. Just ensure the boys take steps to fold the retreated flag and perform this part of the ceremony in a dignified manner.
A guest speaker can be an inspiration and adds a lot to a formal ceremony. Ensure the speaker has a place to speak and knows where that is. Also have them know when they fit into the program and have a copy of the script ready for them to read from.
If patriotic songs such as God Bless America are the songs, then the younger scouts may not know the song. Have the lyrics available to them. This might be a good idea.
If you plan on collecting ashes, you will most likely need a burning vessel, such as a barrel or an elevated fire pit. Just make sure to plan for this.
If your chosen script requires cutting the flag, you need to consider a few things. First, have a sharp pair of scissors to cut it with. Kid scissors will not penetrate most cotton flags. Second, keep in mind scissor safety when choosing the scout that will be handling the sharp objects. And finally, ensure that you have scouts holding the flag so that when it is cut, none of it hits the ground. To some, the flag hitting the ground is a sign of disrespect.
If you are to play taps during the consumption of the flag within the fire, ensure that your media player has plenty of battery, works properly, and is ready prior to the ceremony. If you have a bugler, ensure that he or she knows when to play and the location that is appropriate for them to play. Too close can be way too loud. Too far away, people might not hear it. The fire warden extinguishes the fire once the flag is fully consumed, per BSA guidelines. We do not leave hot coals unattended. And someone should be responsible with staying with the flag until consumed by the fire. If you are to collect the ashes, ensure they're cool and dry prior to collection. Ensure for burial that these ashes have a location you have permission to dig there. A marker telling what lies beneath would be a good idea. If they are to be scattered somewhere of importance, remember to do so with dignity.
The grommet of the flag may be removed from the ashes and polished. Some give them as reminders to the boys of their oath. I will do my duty to God and my country. Some may give them to veterans and other people of honor.
If you have Cub Scouts or young Boy Scouts, a shorter script may be more meaningful as the attention spans are shorter. Maybe a crew that is hiking to some scenic place may want to retire a flag atop a mountain or overlooking a beautiful place. This may also call for a shorter script. There are a few considerations. Let's start with Andrew talking about how to transport the flag.
Some guidelines for transporting the flag is to always ensure it's folded, never let it hit the ground, and keep it dry. There's a lot of information out there on flag etiquette. However, this is enough to get you successfully through a ceremony.
Finally, let's discuss some ways to retire flags that are made of man-made materials such as nylon, rayon, and polyester that cause harmful fumes and are harmful to the environment.
Remember, BSA guidelines suggest we should be good to the environment as well as respectful to the flag. Here are some ways we can achieve both.
How about when we have flags that are in the drop box that are not eligible to be retired? We can offer the community yet another service, mended and washed flags, and allow people in the community to trade in their flag for a retired flag.
We can also have the flags cremated. This is done in a dignified manner by a crematorium that is equipped to handle this. Cremation is done at extremely high temperature, which burns all the harmful chemicals, so there's nothing to release into the atmosphere.
A short script that would be good for Cub Scouts would be to have a flag that has been identified ready for disposal, to be folded and ready to be placed in the fire.
Scouts, salute.
What do you do?